Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. Oh, it's looking nice. Hi, everyone from all over the world. Let me just get Memo in here real quick. Good to see everyone. It's been a while. We haven't been live in a while. There we go. Let's see, make sure I get my buddy in here with me. Today, we're going to be talking about all things new in the SSI freediving world. If you guys have any questions throughout, there we go.
Hello there.
Hello.
Hi.
My paws are not working. How are things, Memo?
It's all good. It's all good. We're having some busy days. The Freediving Pro updates, we just completed the English versions of it. So I don't know the exact number, but almost 1,000 freediving instructors joined these updates, learned about what changed in the system. And here we are together with you in another live session.
Another update, another live.
Yes. So I'm like doing everything a little bit by memory now. So just stop me if I talk too much.
Yeah, of course. And just for everyone listening, make sure you can ask us questions at any time. So if you have any questions for Memo about freediving, if there's anything you need to know about freediving, or any questions you have about the updates, please just let us know at any time. You can write in the chats and I'll make sure that Memo gets the question.
Yes.
So what's new in the world of freediving? Freediving's been busy.
Well, we have been busy, yes. So for the last 2 years, we are working super hard to release our new programs. So these are not like small updates, but we are majorly changing our courses, our programs, in general, the whole package. As you know, in SSI, we try to give full packages to our users. So the students must get a nice book to learn better, efficiently, and to develop an idea of what's going to happen in the course. But at the same time, we try to supply a bunch of materials to our instructors so that they have the proper guidance. We give them instructor manuals, presentation enhancement guides, completion records, final exams, you name it, like we have tons of them. So we have been working, changing all of these things. So it's not like one piece or two piece. Of course, like it's like updating your boat. First the engine, then the tent, then the mast, then the sail, and then you start looking everywhere. You know, it's like, oh, the anchor is left. So we ended up having brand new boats, brand new courses, and this year we released freediving skill review program, try freediving, basic freediver, freediver, and we have 2 more on the way, advanced freediver, previously level 2, and the training techniques program. These are going to be released 100%, but the rest of our system also got updated significantly. So some parts are changed.
So I hear, I know, but I hear that there's some name changes. Can you tell me a little bit more on the name change? Why and what are the new names?
Yes, believe me, it was not because the color of this name is better. So it's not like this cosmetic reasons. We changed so much in these products, in these courses. The old names really didn't give any justice to the amount of work we completed. So at the end, we made the decision to change the names as well. Otherwise, no one would have understood something dramatically was different in these programs. So that was the main change. Not all of the courses changed. So basic freediving became basic freediver. Level 1 became freediver. Level 2 became advanced freediver. Level 3 is now called the performance freediver. And then we updated the instructor titles because we wanted our professionals, their titles should represent the courses they are able to teach. So we made the level 1 instructor freediving instructor. Level 2 instructors are called advanced freediving instructors. And level 3 instructors, we call them now the performance freediving instructors.
Yeah, I really like it in a way where it makes it easier for a non-diver, a potential recreational freediver
Yes.
coming up in future, to understand more what levels are. Because level 1, level 2, level 3, it's nice, but I mean, who knows where the levels stop when you're a complete beginner and what does what level mean? So it makes it easier for new people coming into the sport to understand what is.
Yeah, I think so. To be honest, I was quite okay with the old names as well. So I am an engineer, you know, so it's like I like numbers. So linear numbers, they meant a lot to me, but these new names, I agree with you, they are more recreational. They don't sound like formula, and they are really guiding the student about the experience they will join. So
Yeah.
that's going to, that means something now. Yeah.
We do have a question from the audience, and that maybe ties in even with the name change. And that is, what's the difference between SSI and maybe other training agencies?
Ooh. Okay, that's a nice question. And well, our biggest difference is we dedicated ourselves to spread recreational freediving. In other words, we would like to create freedivers who are living with the lifestyle of freediving. We would like you to enjoy your day by freediving on the beach, not necessarily diving on the line or competing or whatever. So of course, the skills we are teaching can be used for all purposes. We have so many instructors or students who are competing successfully, or they just use these skills for a photo session or just simply to snorkel and enjoy the beauty of the ocean. And this is our point of view. We really want to create a community of freedivers who are having fun around freediving and developing their style. So when they come together, they have enormous fun. And when you look at them from a distance, you should be able to understand who these guys are freedivers because they put their own line, their style into the environment they are in. So this is what we are trying to create as our unique approach to freediving. We are not particularly looking at the performance aspect of it, or we are not looking at it like military training or like a college education. So we are flexible and we are highly customizable, whatever your point of view or whatever you are looking for from freediving. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
and I think that's one of the most beautiful things is that you can really, with our program, you can really go into whatever direction. If you want to become more professional and go into performance freediving, it's there. If you want to do it for fun, hang out with your friends and just have a good time going on the beach, going to explore some coral reefs, and that's also what it's there for. Really just to make it accessible for everyone.
Exactly like that. And we have to accept this fact. Not everyone is interested in holding their breath longer or getting deeper. Of course, it's a challenge. It's a personal challenge. And the ocean is bigger than all of us. If you're doing 10 meters today, you might be burning with the passion of 11 meters. Where is my 11 meter tomorrow?
It is kind of addictive.
Yeah. So it's always like there is the next step readily available for you. But not everyone is looking for that. So majority of the community, majority of the people, they have doubts about themselves. Everyone thinks like, can I do that? Or is it really difficult for me? We truly believe you can do that. Everyone who walks on the street can become a good freediver and can enjoy freediving very nicely. So that's our approach.
Mm.
Yeah.
And one thing I also really love about the system, different to other agencies, again, because we're still at that same point, is that you don't have to go in a linear way. You don't have to go to advanced. If you want to just go to 10 meters of depth and maybe then want to try something else, we have the options of doing some other courses and going into different direction and really designing your freediving path in the way you want to do it.
Exactly. So that's well, there are still some confusions about it, and mainly the reason is how we started our journey in SSI freediving as well. We introduced our programs in 2010, and by then it was exactly as you described. There was a linear way. You had to be deeper, then even deeper, then even deeper. So, and people were regularly, after completing the highest level of course, level 3 by then, we were calling it, and they were constantly thinking, what is level 4? And they were thinking like instructor level is the level 4. Of course, it was not. So we had this misunderstanding very regularly, but we changed it in 2015. We introduced the specialty training, and we have a bunch of freediving specialties in our system now. We have dedicated specialties for each freediving discipline. All of them teaches you a different skill, a different awareness. It develops you physically, mentally, and you become a better freediver, truly. But if your interest is something more recreational, like photo, video, ecology, marine life, we have tons of specialties for all these programs, for all these options. We have everything, really.
Mm-hmm. Yes, 100%. So we talked a little bit about the new Freediver. So it's called Freediver now,
Yes.
and you told us that there's a new manual. So what has changed? What were the updates? Was it updated or was it completely redone?
It's completely redone. Like, let me start with the biggest thing. It's the 3 times in size of the previous book. So it's not like a little update. We created 3 books out of 1 book. So instead of having 4 sections, and now this manual has 6 sections. But before we started to write it, we set some objectives for ourselves as the development team. For us, it was very clear the new materials must follow the real life experience. In other words, we spoke with a lot of training centers, analyzed the way they conduct their courses, and we started to fit or create a structure which follows the way regularly we see in action when people are teaching. So we created to fit into this routine. We tried to fit in, sorry. And the second thing is we try to create a manual which makes the reader, our students, visualize themselves as the hero of the book. So when they were reading, they must have started to think themselves doing these skills, learning or discussing around this topic in the classroom, so that they should be preparing themselves nicely before the real experience starts. So this gave us the whole new book we are now in front of us. Yeah, we have in front of us.
That's nice. So coming back to your analogy from earlier, instead of taking your old boat and just fixing and patching and fixing some holes, we decided to remove the old boat, get a new boat.
Exactly. So it was kind of easier to build a new boat.
But for anybody worried out there, it's not crazy. It's very easy to follow. It's very comfortable to read and super informative. It's not like you have to study science for 5 days straight when you're doing a freediver course.
Not at all. This is what we are very careful with when we are developing the material. So it must be easy to read, and you shouldn't be losing the plot because it's highly technical. And for all of you who are already old level 1 students, if you log into our system, if you log into your apps and check the materials, you will also see the new book available for you. If it is not there, maybe you need to delete the app, reinstall it, but it's there for you. So you have access.
That's amazing. I mean, that's very good for anybody out there planning the next freediving trip, going somewhere to refresh your mind. I have a question.
Yes.
How long does the in-person part of the course take? And what should we expect from having instructors and freediving centers?
Okay, I think you should expect a good experience. So let's start with that. You should definitely expect that. Demand for it. So show your expectation. That's the first thing. And the course, the minimum duration of the freediver program is 2 days. So we have full 2 days of diving, talking, discussion, having fun around freediving. But of course, this can go a little bit longer than that. And it depends on how the training center structures their program. So that is all up to them. But the minimum duration is 2 days. Everything starts in the classroom. You do some breathing exercises before you get in the water. And then in the water, we start with simple skills. We develop your breath holding ability. Once you start feeling comfortable holding your breath, then you start moving under the water without getting deeper horizontally, still breath holding. And if you feel good about that as well, then we carry all these skills into vertical dimension and you start doing some dives. Of course, from shallow to deeper. And at the end, without even you notice, the next thing you know, you are doing nice dives, maybe 10 to 20 meters deep. These are nice depths.
100%. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I want to kind of come back to something we talked about earlier, and that's really SSI as an agency. Why, as a freediver, should I come? If I'm a new freediver, should I come and choose SSI?
I think you should choose SSI.
Yeah, I agree.
Because we are super picky, and one of our big missions in SSI is a very good customer satisfaction. Compared to a lot of other agencies, and let's not talk about the names, but we have a dedicated quality management system. After each course, each program, we send you emails asking how was your experience? How did you find it? Was it scary? How deep did you go? So we wanted to know how was it for you? And we don't ditch these emails, these answers. We keep the statistics and we combine them to develop better products. If we notice that there are some issues with the standards, sometimes we even sit down with our instructors or training centers and brief them or re-educate them to do these skills, these classes even better. Believe us, Corinna will explain you tons more about this, but we spend a lot of time to keep the quality high or as high as possible. I can say it can be a little bit of a passionate statement, but we can be the only and the best quality management system agency in all categories in the industry.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Personal experience.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with that. And just looking at the overall service that you get as a customer, the time we reply to you, like if you send an email, the time within we reply is usually within 1 working day at latest, from Info SSI. You can get in touch with your local service centers. We have these local service centers everywhere that can help you out if there's any technical issues you have, if there's any more personal issues you have, issues with your instructor, with your center. And we really try and re-educate everyone. And with having that stage of mandatory affiliation to a dive center, you just have that extra stage of control, which is just something other agencies can not really follow up that on as well as we can.
Exactly. Yes.
So, okay, that's for students now. How about all the students that have been certified that now are maybe looking into a career as instructor? And
Yes.
first, it's actually 2 parts. two-part question. First of all, why should they choose SSI? And second, why should anybody become freediving instructor in the first place?
Okay. So please, first of all, if your heart is beating for freediving, and if you really enjoy sharing this knowledge, teaching other people some skills, the thing that you love, you enjoy, then you should consider being an instructor. Instructor level is not the next level to make you a better freediver. In these trainings, in these courses, we are teaching you specifically how to reach people in an advanced way, but not necessarily to make your finning style better. So we are trying to teach you how to connect with others, how to solve problems as efficient as possible, and of course, at the end of the day, to deliver the things that you are aiming to teach, again, in a very efficient way. So that is what we are teaching. And don't worry, it's not very difficult. We have a super good system to do that. And we do this good. So anyone who would like to become freediving instructors, I think this is a very satisfying career, and you can enjoy your life on the beach, in the sea, in the best places people are dreaming of. Even if this is not your full-time career, you can have a great life together with your other job while being a freediving instructor. So that's it. And yes, there are multiple entry points to become an instructor. Even if you complete the level 1 or the new freediver program, by adding a little bit more experience and completing some other prerequisite courses, you can become an assistant instructor. So your career can start quite fast. And then if you are already an experienced freediver, like advanced freediver or performance freediver, you are already more than half of the way. So for you, maybe becoming a freediving instructor or becoming an advanced freediving instructor is the next logical step. I think you should consider it.
Definitely. And why go with SSI though?
Okay, why do we go with the SSI? Because we also have an amazing instructor training course. Like I said, we are one of the few agencies who teach how to teach freediving and also how to teach the business of freediving. You can be the best teacher in the world, but if you do not understand the business point of view, then eventually, sooner or later, you will lose your passion because there will not be any students to teach. So we teach you both aspects of it. So we give you the information to sustain your business, and we also teach you very nicely how to deliver the topics of freediving to your students. The instructor training course follows this approach we built for the freediver program. So it has a student book, it also has a trainer manual, and it is designed very nicely to build the skills of teaching step by step in the candidates.
100%. And you get this amazing network that we have internationally already. We have more than 3,500 training centers within SSI. Yes. And essentially, even if you're a freediver, you can go to any of those centers, because as soon as it's an SSI center, even if they mainly do scuba, you can kind of go there and start teaching from there. Attach yourself to one of those, or you can find one of our amazing freediving centers and start working with them, because there is already a basis. You have places to touch point with, and that's one really amazing benefactor also, I believe.
It is indeed, and freediving instructors are on high demand. Most of our training centers are looking for a freediving instructor to work with. It is a very popular area, which we are getting a lot of requests.
100%. All over the world we get a lot of requests, so it's really an amazing way also to start seeing the world, doing what you love. Kind of we have a lot of people spending maybe a year here, a year there.
Exactly.
Not that this is the perfect way of spending your life, but I mean, we've all been there at some point, and it's been pretty great, a great way to see the world, going around, moving around, and teaching.
It is, and there are a lot of amazing freediving destinations which are becoming highly popular in the last 5, 6 years. Why not to spend some time, work and live in these places for a couple of months and then change to another sport? Or if you like one of them, why not live there nicely?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just a quick reminder to the audience, if you guys still have any questions, please just add them in the comments, or there's like a little question symbol at the bottom where you can put in your question. I have one question that I did not prepare you for, Memo.
Okay.
Okay. There's a lot of free diving happening in like popular media at the moment. You know, you have Netflix documentaries, you
Yes.
have a lot of things happening on Instagram where we are right now, YouTube. And one thing I believe that's happening is that freediving is shown as this super hardcore serious thing where it's still amazing and really beautiful documentaries come out of it. But what do you feel about this? Do you think it kind of scares some people maybe off, or do you think it's better for the market to have more exposure?
Uh, well, there's two sides of this story, of course. Exposure and making people realize there's something called freediving. It's nice. But of course, you know how media is. You have to create a drama to
Mm-hmm.
make something spectacular. You know what they say? If a dog bites a man, it's never news. But when a dog bites the dog, when the man bites the dog, it becomes big news. So in freediving, actually, we do not have great accidents all the time. Unfortunately, very rarely we have these dramatic stories. But in general, freediving is a spectacular, super safe sport. I think the next stage of the freediving documentaries, videos, films is going to be about these old school surf videos, films. We will
Mm-hmm.
start seeing about this nice image around freediving very shortly. So this is going to be the next genre of freediving videos.
That's nice. That's beautiful. Looking forward to that for sure.
Yeah, me too.
No, it is. And it's definitely a sport that can be done recreationally and for fun and is not dangerous. As long as you follow a few simple steps, it's one of the safest sports you can do, because I think because it looks and seems very dangerous, it has actually become so very safe, if that makes sense at all.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Like there is a total science and logic behind safe freediving. In the past, or back in the 70s, when people were discovering freediving at the very beginning, of course, it was at the experimental stages, and breathing patterns, the knowledge, the physiology, it was missing. Of course, there was maybe more accidents, and everything was maybe a little bit higher risk. But with today's modern education, freediving education, it's safer than ever. I guarantee you that. So it's really an amazingly safe sport for everyone.
100%,
Yeah.
100%. And for all the people out there who love freediving as much as we do, and you love sharing your stories on Instagram, make sure to always tag SSI International. Let us know how much you love freediving with SSI, and let us know all of that. We would love to hear your stories, and we're really looking forward to hear from you guys out there.
Exactly. And this is what we will try to publish, post, and cover more and more. We would like to show the world what SSI freedivers are doing.
100%. Yes. And also, please, guys, let us know, comment on this video. This video will go and stay on our video page on Instagram. We'll also try to share it on Facebook. But let us know in the comments what are other topics you would like to hear about? Is there anything that interests you about freediving that you would like to hear more about? Is there specific topics on physiology, science, equipment, anything? Let us know. We really want to try and make you guys happy out there and really answer the questions that are burning in your guys' minds. We'll
Just
also
not the
come back in the
gossips.
comments. Yeah. 100%. We'll also come back in the comments for sure if there's any comments that we maybe can still answer afterwards.
Exactly.
Other than that, Memo, do you have anything else to share with any other news, any updates from freediving side, SSI in general? I don't think
Well, we will be releasing more and more programs, the brand new versions of the programs later this year. Advanced Freediver is going to be released together with a couple of more specialty programs. And 2024, we also have a very busy schedule to publish the news, the exciting programs, let's say. And as soon as we do that, we will be reaching you again to keep you updated. But let's stay in touch with all of you.
100%.
The more connected we are, the easier we will keep you updated.
I have one more question from the audience, and that is one personally to you. Are there any books outside from training materials that you love reading about freediving?
Oh, yes, I do actually. There is this author, American gentleman, Carlos Ailes. He is writing, wow, this is proper advertising now. He is writing amazing, let's say, science fiction freediving books, novels. You know, if you would like to add a little bit of a colorful imagination to your brain, I highly recommend him. This is nice reading. It's not going to be training material or new knowledge for you, but he's doing amazingly.
That's cool. That sounds really cool.
Yeah.
I'm not a big reader myself, but I do like science fiction, so maybe.
It does. You will read the stories of a gentleman who is speaking with dolphins, so it's nice, isn't it?
Something I've dreamed of from when I was a child.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I think that was all the questions we had in the audience, unless anybody in the audience is still writing something last minute. And for me, you've answered all my questions today, so that's really exciting. I'm really excited about SSI really taking freediving in their hands, reworking the materials. And I've read the new manual, the freediver manual, and I think it's a really beautiful read because it is not it doesn't feel like a full-on training manual. It feels like a comfortable read, but a very educational, comfortable read from someone that doesn't really enjoy reading that much.
Yes. Well, I mean, we have to use this language, the SSI voice, slightly being on the academic side, because our materials are translated into numerous languages. So if we try to make it super easy read in English, then the chances are high it will not mean anything in Korean. So it's going to be another story then.
Yeah, but it's still digestible. That's what is really lovely about it.
Yes.
And like we said, translated into we translate most of our manuals in up to 40 languages, which is amazing. Because just sitting here trying to count up 40 languages,
yeah, it's a big challenge. I agree.
Yeah. Okay, nothing else is coming in. Thanks everyone for listening. We're trying to come back more often.
Yes.
We'll definitely also be back with Edges of Earth, who have a new cooperation with SSI, traveling Asia at the moment, and that will happen next month. So looking forward to that. And Memo and I will definitely also be back shortly. We'll definitely announce it.
Yes. Let us know what you would like us to talk about, and we'll be in front of you.
100%. Thanks, everyone.
Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye-bye.